Welcome in, Cancer. Thank you guys so much for joining me. For those of you that are new, welcome in, guys. Welcome to Say It Soul Tarot. My name's Lisa. For those of you that are new, for those of you returning, welcome back, guys. Hope everybody's doing awesome. So, Cancer, definitely looks like there's a lot going on here. You're on my left. Your person is showing up here on the right. But if I'm talking to a cross watcher, feel free to swap sides. Same thing for you, Cancer. It's going to be for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This is your general longer love reading for the month of April. I will follow up with a mid-month reading for you guys as well. I've stopped doing weeklies. It's just become too much. But that being said, here, I'm going to walk you through your oracle cards. We're going to talk about you first, and then we're going to talk about your person. I'm going to pull some tarot as well, get current feelings, how you're feeling about this person, actions coming up for the month of April. So let's dive on in here. So, Cancer, it definitely looks like right now things between you and your person are at a bit of a standstill. The mutual energy coming through between the two of you here is the silence card. So, I feel like you haven't heard from this person in a while. They haven't reached out to you. I feel like you've kind of pulled back your energy here from this person, this situation. I feel like you still have a lot of hope in your heart, but I definitely feel like you still have some feelings that you need to work through. There's like a little bit of sadness still showing up on your side about this situation, or feelings, um, things that are kind of like playing on in the background behind the scenes here. So I feel like, Cancer, you're good at, showing up with that big, beautiful heart of yours, showing up in love, but there's, a small smidge here of being worried. So I feel like you're worried. I feel like you're really worried about this situation with this person, kind of worried about taking a leap of faith or trusting this person again if they do make a move towards you. So your energy here coming through, your animal spirit was the Scorpion card. So obviously the Scorpion card, lots of fire energy. So you might actually also have a fire placement, or your person might. But obviously with the Scorpion, a lot of, I feel like fiery, a lot of fiery feelings about the situation, this person. But, there's a part of you here, Cancer, that's really worried about getting burnt again by this person if you give them another chance. So I feel like that's probably why you're kind of holding back, or holding back taking any action, I want to say, towards this person. I feel like you're kind of waiting to see if this person, what they're going to do. And I feel like if they do come back towards you, I feel like it's going to be a challenge for you not to be, re-triggered by this person, and or to trust that this person has good intentions this time. Or this could also be you just trusting somebody new, like opening your heart to a new connection, right? And not carrying around the worry about, your heart getting broken again, is really what I'm getting. So I feel like for a lot of you, this person is coming towards you. So I feel like be prepared. I feel like there is going to be some resolution in the month of April for you and this person. So I feel like this silence is actually going to be broken. So I feel like for a lot of you, you might be spending a lot of time meditating. If you don't have any sort of meditative practice, Spirit is encouraging you to do that. I feel like that's going to help you kind of like, heal your heart, whether or not you're listening to like different types of Hertz music, or traditional meditation, and or just, everybody meditates differently. That could just be you, taking a walk in nature, or, putting your buds in and listening to music. However you do that, I mean, I feel like Spirit is encouraging you to, when you start feeling overwhelmed, or you start going down, um, that path, like the worst is going to happen, is really what I'm getting. Spirit's encouraging you to do that, to kind of like change your frequency, to reground yourself. I feel like that is, really going to help you in this situation, and kind of like work through your fears here about, you know, letting this person back in. and or, taking a chance on somebody new. So I feel like, you still have a lot of love for this person. I feel like you're trying to believe that anything is possible. Not, I feel like you still have hope for this situation, this relationship to come together. And again, spending a lot of time, though, I feel like you have been spending a lot of time on trying to heal yourself here. This come to the edge card is in card number 9. So that really talks about, taking that leap of faith, believing that anything is possible, believing in this connection, believing in this person. And again, not trying your best here not to project your fears into the future. That it doesn't mean it's gonna, whatever happened in the past between you and them doesn't mean that that is what is going to manifest in the future with this person. So I feel like that's something that you're working through here, Cancer. But the second chance card came through: reconciliation, making amends, an opportunity to either mend the situation with this person, break the silence. I keep getting that. So I feel like that's really what's going on for April for you. For your person here, they are, I feel like, also kind of overcoming some fears here, realizing that they are good enough. So I feel like this person is trying to do some growth on their side as well. They got the growth card, which I do like, because I feel like in the past, this person definitely could have been a little bit immature or needed to do some growing and or growing up and, kind of deal with their own internal fears. So, for some of for this person here, Cancer, this person in the past may have, avoided. They might have an avoidant attachment style here with the avoiding, blocking, pushing away, escaping. They could have escaped their current situation. You could have been an escape for this person as well on some level. So kind of like a fantasy about Cancer. And again, a lot of self-sabotaging I feel like this person did in the past by pushing you away, not really wanting to deal with their feelings. This person could also, drink or use some sort of substances here as well to escape. And I feel like this person could definitely be seeing their self-sabotaging ways, and I feel like they are becoming more wise. Like, they got the dragon card, so this really talks about them seeing the bigger picture, seeing kind of like how they've been behaving, seeing how they've been showing up in relationship, and knowing that they need to make some changes. And I do like it, because I feel like this person is trying. I feel like they're trying. They are growing, finally, and, really showing up more poised, feeling more confident about themselves. So I do like it, because I feel like, both of you kind of have your issues that you needed to work on before things could, possibly come together. So I feel like, the universe sometimes keeps two people apart until, you work through your stuff. This person has to work through their stuff before the two of you are kind of in alignment and can come together. So I do like it. I like it, actually. Again, it might have been difficult, and I feel like this person, you definitely got hurt by this situation or this person, Cancer. But I feel like things happen for a reason. So I feel like this person has, whatever kind of like fears that this person triggered in you. I feel like that's something to look at, something that you need to like heal, as far as like this Scorpion energy, and focus on yourself and still continue to have hope in your heart and keep an open heart in love, or, with this person. So let's see how this person is currently feeling about you, Cancer. And then we'll take a look at how you're feeling about them. And then we'll take a look at some actions here. So, Spirit Angels and Guides, how is this person currently feeling about Cancer? How does this person truly feel about Cancer? So we have the 9 of Cups coming out. See what else we get. Nine of Swords. The Death card. The Hangman card. Five of Wands. Wow, we got a lot of cards here. All right, so I feel like this person, in their feelings here, Cancer, you are their Nine of Cups. So I definitely feel like this person has a lot of emotions for you. I feel like this emotions overwhelm this person. So that's definitely why this person probably, did their best here to kind of like push those feelings away or like hide them or not be upfront about how they actually truly feel about you. I feel like they can't stop thinking about the situation with you. So a lot of stress here. This person could be dreaming of you. You could be dreaming of them, having a lot of, there could be telepathy between the two of you. This person might definitely feel your energy and you feel theirs. But this person knows that they need to make some changes here, right? They need to grow, they need to change. In order for things to really come together with Cancer, I know what I need to do. You know, I feel like this person has taken a step back, like we talked about, and realized, they've created a lot of chaos, a lot of confusion. But I like that they did take this time out because I feel like they needed it, even though that, may have really disappointed you here, Cancer. But I feel like this person is waiting here, waiting to, resurrect this situation with you or make an attempt at reconciliation here. And then we have the Seven of Wands. So I'm going to clarify this card because sometimes this is, refusing to do the work, refusing to change. Seven of Wands can also be like they're determined, but let's see what we get here. I feel like this person's tired of feeling like alone or by themselves or lonely, missing you here, Cancer. What's the Seven of Wands? This person could also be recognizing the things that they've done to put blockades in the way between you and them, like created distance intentionally. Tell me about the Seven of Wands here. Tell me about the Seven of Wands. Could be dealing with an air sign. Yeah, I feel like this person knows, that they have this very special connection with you. And I feel like maybe for the longest time, this person tried to avoid it, avoid their feelings, which we already kind of talked about. But looks like they are making some sort of choice here. So they're being called to make some sort of decision or make a better decision, I want to say. King of Swords is somebody who's like wise now, who's learned from their past mistakes here. And I feel like this person has made some mistakes here with you, Cancer. I feel like this person actually wishes they could go back and undo what they did. So let's see how you're feeling. How does Cancer feel about this person? How does Cancer feel about this person? How does Cancer feel about this person, Spirit? Three of Cups, Ace of Wands, Page of Cups. All right, I feel like Cancer, you still, like I said, with that believe in the impossible card, that it is possible that you and them can come together. I feel like you want to spend some time with this person. For some of you, this could have been a third party with that three. Again, take it out resonates. That's not going to be for all of you, or each of your situations are a little bit different since I'm reading for the collective, but there's still a lot of passion between you and this person. And in this Page of Cups here, he's holding the cup. It's, the fish, it could be a dream, the dream of, for you, Cancer, to be with this person, to have a brand new passionate start, to spend some time together. I feel like that is the dream. That is really what you're wanting. You're holding on to this situation, holding on to hope that this can still come together. So let's see here if this person's going to take any actions. I feel like this person is. I feel like they're kind of waiting for the right time, and I don't know what that means, but what actions is this person going to take towards Cancer in April? So we have the Hierophant coming out. The Devil. The Three of Pentacles. Can I get one more card, please? The Empress coming out. The Tower. Wow, okay. The Chariot. Five of Swords. All right. Remember we talked about this person knowing that they need to grow, knowing that they've learned some lessons here. All right. I feel like this person has seen kind of like their own toxic energy or the things that they bring into relationship that are not healthy for a relationship. So I feel like that's really kind of like reiterating that at the top here. For some of you, if this person was in, you know that this person or you were the third party. I feel like this person is still trying to work through that situation. I don't feel like that situation might be closed or completed. For others of you as well, I feel like, you're this Empress here. You're showing up here as the Empress. So I do love that. And I feel like this person is conflicted because with the Tower card here, everything would have to come crashing down. So this person would really have to make maybe some really big, huge life changes for this to come together, for this to move forward. And I feel like that is what they are, or have been avoiding. And I feel like that's definitely could have been what the block was here. But we're going to clarify the Tower and this Five of Swords. Why the Tower in this reading, in this person's actions? What is going to be so shocking for Cancer? So we have the Page of Pentacles. Either this is an offer in the 3D or an apology. Tell me more. All right, that card just wanted to fall out, so we will take it. All right, I feel like this person wants to apologize to you or talk to you in person here, Cancer. So there may be an opportunity for you and this person to get together. They may suggest getting together in the 3D, and that's when this apology comes in. And or an offer to like, oh, hey, Cancer, do you want to can we meet up? Can we have a conversation here? I feel like this person's nervous about it. I feel like that's really what this Five of Swords is. This person doesn't nobody likes to have confrontation or conflict, but I feel like you and this person need to kind of like work through that. Yeah, this person, I feel like, they kind of like have been very wishy-washy in the past. Should I let this go? Should I not let this go? Should I, reach out to Cancer? Should I not reach out to Cancer? I can't stop thinking about Cancer though. It's going to take a lot of courage to go after what I want. It's going to take a lot of work to rebuild the trust with Cancer. I've created, this situation with Cancer. Can we get back to, better times, better days? Can we get back on, growing this situation, growing this relationship? Can we repair what's happened in the past? Why the Five of Swords? I feel like if this person could skip over that, they would, Cancer, but, You know that they can't. Tell me about the Five of Swords here. Knight of Wands. Four of Cups. Yeah, I feel like, in order for this person in the past, this person definitely was, you know, avoiding having a conversation about how they've been inconsistent, about how they, made you feel rejected on some level here, Cancer. That Four of Cups. Yeah, yeah, like they don't want to have this conversation, but I feel like this person knows that they need to, so that the two of you can kind of like move past what transpired in the past. So they're seeing that, they're realizing that, like that's the block here, right? The block here, for the two of you to come back together here, the lovers, um, to really be, back in each other's good graces, or this person's trying to get back into your good graces here, Cancer. They know that they can't avoid having a conversation. They know they need to apologize. They know that they, had some self-sabotaging ways here in the past that have, caused a lot of conflict between the two of you. And in order to move past that, I feel like they do want to move past that. They know that they can't, like it's unavoidable. They have to face you, Cancer. And I feel like, they're trying to find the courage to do that in April. And my ear just started ringing, so I feel like what I just said is accurate. Can we continue to build on this relationship? We have the Two of Cups next, Seven of Pentacles, Nine of Wands, Seven of Swords. Yeah, can we move past this pain in order to move forward and things to be successful? We have the Wheel of Fortune and then the Six of Wands, Knight of Cups, Queen of Pentacles. So this person knows, like, Cancer, that they didn't show up great. Let's be real. For you, they didn't treat you the way that you deserve to be treated. You are the Empress here, male or female. You deserve so much better. I feel like this person knows, you know, what they've done, how they've shown up, how, they really need to change and grow. The chaos that they, created in this relationship with you. And if there's any chance of this coming back together, it can't be avoided any longer. Like it just can't be. And I feel like they know this. So I like this because I feel like, this person is going to either apologize to you here, Cancer, about things that they've done. And I feel like it's necessary. I feel like they know that things can't move forward. I can't move forward here with my Cancer. I can't avoid this conversation any longer about, I can't play any more games with Cancer. Because Knight of Wands really talks about, being inconsistent and not showing up and dropping off into the abyss. And like, 1 minute this person's hot and then they're cold, right? Which is kind of really left. And so no wonder you're showing up here, Cancer, with that Scorpion energy. I feel like it's going to take a long time for you to rebuild the trust with this person. And I feel like, that's one of the things, though, that you definitely, I feel like, met this person for a reason. That might have been one of the things that you really needed to work through is, just grounding yourself, finding safety and security within yourself and not in somebody else. Regardless of what this person does, it's not a reflection of your self-worth, and it totally isn't. But that's a hard lesson to learn, especially when we've been kind of like pre-programmed as a child. If, I feel like Cancers are very emotional. They carry a lot of deep feelings, It's hard not to take things personal. So really not, working through those fears and those triggers and trusting. So I feel like there's a couple of lessons in there for you, Cancer, that you've been kind of tasked with, and we choose relationships for a reason. So you chose this person for a reason, just like, you chose them to kind of like force them to, I feel like, look at themselves in the mirror and make those important changes. And this person taking a step back and realizing their self-sabotaging ways and how they show up in relationships. So again, both of you working through those emotions and coming out, a better person, a stronger person, somebody who's more grounded, more confident in yourself, and same thing for this person. So I like it. I just feel like, it hasn't been easy. Let's be real, it has not been easy with this person. I feel like they really put you through a lot, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. So let's get some messages from this person, Cancer. Some things Cancer may not know about this person. Messages to Cancer, please, from this person's higher self. All right, we have I am better with my mind than my heart. That card keeps coming out today for some reason. And I do shuffle, so the bottom of the deck is I feel lonely, which we did talk about. And let's see what else we get. Other messages for Cancer from this person. We have why do I feel this way? They have hurt me. So this person also might be coming from a hurt place. You deserve better. Yeah, we talked about that. And then we have, will this pain ever stop? So like I mentioned here, Cancer, I feel like both of you have, have had to do some work here separately. So again, I feel like the universe has intentionally made a break between you and this person. There's been silence between you and this person in order for both of you to kind of work on the things that you needed to work on. But it does look like this person, you may be shocked to get an apology from this person, some sort of offer in the 3D here. So you might have thought you would have never got an apology from this person, but I feel like it's coming. I feel like there's some sort of offer being made here in the 3D because Page of Pentacles is something in the 3D. So Two of Wands, this definitely speaks to me that this is going to be in in person. So for some of you, this person may not live where you do. There might be distance involved. And I feel like, are you going to accept this person's apology here, Cancer? Are you going to give this person a second chance or not? And again, I feel like that's where that fear is coming from. Like, if I let this person back in, am I just repeating a pattern? Have I learned my lesson here with that here font and the devil card, right? So you're going to need to like gauge that for yourself. Use your discernment here, Cancer. And I guess my suggestion, my advice would be see how this person shows up. If you do let them back in, do it slowly. Let this person show you that they can show up, that they can be consistent, that they can be, a good support system. What type of value is this person bringing into your life? Do you feel drained when you're with this person? Are you happy when you're with this person? So pay attention to kind of like how you feel when you're around this person as well. That might be some indication as to whether or not you can kind of get over any kind of issues that you have as far as like trust go with this person. But I do feel like this person has their work cut out for them. I'm not going to lie here. I feel like they know that they need to, really show up and really, show you that they've changed, that they've grown, that they can, show up how you need them to be there for you, and vice versa. I mean, you also need to show up for this person, but at the end of the day, you need two people who really want to work on being in a relationship together in order to make it successful. So it just can't be you and it just can't be them. It has to be both of you. You both have to be, kind of committed to seeing things through and being there for each other, right? So, all right, Cancer, I'm going to end your reading here. Hopefully it resonated. If it did resonate, if you could let me know by hitting the like button, I'd really appreciate that. And as always, guys, take care and I'll see you in your mid-month.